A fighting game is the most competitive and individualistic type of game you could play. With a vast choice of characters, strategies, and playstyles, a fighting game could keep you entertained for hundreds, if not thousands of hours. This genre is highly visual, but sound plays an important role as well. Not just for the sake of having nice sound effects and music. Depending on how the sound designers handled their audio, it can offer a practical use case for both average players and disabled people. Attacks tend to have different impact and charge-up sounds. Stereo audio can inform a player where he is on the playing field without seeing the avatar. And music can bring you vital information, like how much health you have left and if a round has just ended. Today we will be taking a look into how music can shape a fighting game experience. Tekken 4, one of the more mature entries into the Tekken series, achieved a simple yet effective solution for establishing context in a fighting game experience. Every track has a few different versions. The first round features a plainer sounding variant of a track. Someone has yet to lose, and the players are still figuring out their opponent's playstyle. At one point or another, one combatant will deliver a final blow.
You win. Round 2. Fight.
The second round adds more instruments into the composition. The tension is rising. One of the two fighters already lost a round. After another defeat, the music fades out as the winner is announced.
You win.
A dynamic soundtrack is only as good as the overall quality of the music, and Tekken 4 features a phenomenal set of tracks, ranging from the melancholic Authentic Sky to the playful Kitsch to the pensive Touch and Go, and many more tracks to listen to. While Tekken 4 showed us that a simple implementation of dynamic soundtrack can have a significant effect on a game, it is time to check out which title brought its game soundtrack to the next level.
Ultra Street Fighter 4!
Welcome to the menu of Ultra Street Fighter 4. You might ask yourself, why are we starting off in the menu of all places? Well, the dynamic music implementation already begins here. While switching back and forth between the sub-menus to the main menu, you can hear instruments being added, subtracted, and muffled, which are details I have only rarely seen implemented into a menu. Going in-game, the dynamic soundtrack really shows how much it can do. You do not really have different variants of the same track for different rounds, but rather a soundtrack which subtly informs the player on vital information. Once your Ultra Gauge is filled up, the track will change drastically, for instance. If you sustained enough damage and your health dropped into dangerously low levels, the music will turn into a more hectic tune, which is intended to inflict stress on the player. All of this is constantly happening in the soundtrack of Street Fighter 4, and many players might not even be aware of this feature until it is pointed out. Picking up information sonically rather than visually can have many positive side effects. To take shooter games as an example, hearing where footsteps and gunshots are coming from is an often successful tactic in preparing for an ambush and informing your teammates where an enemy is coming from. To bring this example back to a fighting game experience, fighting games are often hectic and highly stressful. It happens from time to time that a player is too absorbed into figuring out the enemy's movement and attack patterns, leading to not enough attention being put into looking up at the life bar. The special attack meter in itself is hard to miss, with bright colors and fire animations being added to them in the case of Street Fighter 4. But sharp sound bites and a change of soundtrack further informs a player that is otherwise too invested into the combat to notice. With Street Fighter 4's dynamic soundtrack, this problem has been competently handled, and I am convinced that more games in the genre should follow suit.
Here we go!
Round 1. Fight. You win. Round 2. Fight. You win.
Fight!
See that? I was glorious!
Pick up the pace! Fight! Psycho Crusher! Ha!
Oh, headbutt! Ha!
Psycho Crusher!
Die!
Psycho Crusher!
The end has come. Kneel before my psycho power. No way! Ah, such weakness.
Psycho Crusher!
Ha! This! Ha! This is not throw! Oh, headbutt!
No! You lose! Nine, 8, 7, game over.